Headlines are focused on the facts.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. Hello, Lagos. Good afternoon. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. First hard fact of the day: I beg to differ. Auditions are over. We have shortlisted our top 18 and alternates. So if you have been selected, you've already received an email from us. In that email, we have told you all the documentation you're going to need to submit so that we can confirm that you are the age that you're claiming to be and that you're aiming to be. We have a deadline. Deadline is this Friday, 12 p.m. this Friday. So please get started as soon as possible. If you don't submit before Friday, before 12 p.m. Friday, the 23rd, 2022, we're going to pick the next alternate on the list to replace you. So please, if you know any of these kids, you go to their school, you're their teacher, you're their parent, you're their neighbor, you're their auntie, you're their uncle, tell them to take a look at their email and respond. So we have Ada Mirabel Oniso Mem. I don't know how to pronounce that name, I'm sorry. Brimo Clement, Omura Princess, Ajike Deborah Joseph, Omanufeme Ogenefego Chimdima, Akwarandu Oluchi Gift, Okorie Kingsley Chinemerem, Praise Ofomezie Onuchi, Temikwe Johnson, Ebule Timothy Chukwebuka, Abayomi Ogunleye, Emmanuel Akwaring Busari, Stephen Harry, and Makinde Adeleye. These are our top 14. We're trying to reach out to them. So if you know any of those kids, please have them respond to the email that we've sent to them. And then there's also Musa Nicholas, Ame Stephanie Ehi, Olani Yonoa Olaolua, and Akinfende Olua Demi Ladeife. I'm sorry. So if you know these kids, you're their parent, you go to school with them, you are their neighbor, you're an uncle, you're an auntie, have them send an email to us before. Well, have them check their email first, and then reach out to us before Friday. If they don't reach out to us, we'll pick somebody else to replace them. And congratulations to our top 18. Congratulations to those who made it into the alternate list as well. And thank you, Lagos, for listening to Hard Facts, listening to I Beg to Differ. It's returning very soon. I've got a great show for you today. Let's talk about the unofficial increase in pump price. We'll start with the big weekend, and these are some of the stories that broke over the weekend. So the unofficial increase in pump price, one of them. We'll also talk about the Osun State elections. I don't think there was any story bigger in Nigeria than the elections in Osun State. Let's also talk about an emirate in Zamfara giving a chieftaincy title to a terrorist in exchange for peace. And then let's talk about the Oyo Assembly impeaching the deputy governor. On Madam Landlord, let's talk about the EFC's warning that landlords of fraudsters will be jailed. I'll have a lawyer to talk about the legality of this idea. We started that conversation on the previous edition of Madam Landlord. We'll continue it today. On the big hard fact, let's talk some more about the Osun elections. As usual, we'll have news updates at the top of the hour, every hour. We're going to hand you over to the newsroom from 6:15 to talk about all the big stories that broke last week. But let's get started with today's big weekend. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, Lagos. These are your hard facts.
The big weekend.
What's the pump price in your area? What's the price of fuel in your area? What factors decided the Osun election? Why didn't the Zamfara government prevent the turbaning of a terrorist? Would the Oyo Assembly have impeached the deputy governor if he had not defected from the PDP? It was a big weekend. Let's talk about it, Lagos. Lots of filling stations raised their pump price over the weekend. I was listening to conversations you were having earlier on. Last week, I told you that Ipman and Morman met with the government on Thursday about the pump price. We still don't have any official confirmation of what was agreed, but we're suddenly seeing stations selling higher than 165. So I have to ask you, when was the last time you bought fuel? How much did you buy? Where did you buy it? Has the government quietly agreed to a new price? If the government has quietly agreed to a new price, why haven't Nigerians been informed? If the government has not agreed to a new price, why have some station prices gone up? Have station prices gone up? How much do you buy fuel right now? When was the last time you bought fuel? How much are they selling? Throughout today's show, I want you to give me a call and tell me about that. 0700-993-993-993, 01465-7190. Also send a message to us via WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. How much is fuel in your area? When was the last time you bought it? Where did you buy it? Where's your area? What's the name of the filling station? 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3, hello.
Hello.
Thanks.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
Can you hear? Mr. Ben calling.
Welcome, Mr. Ben. Go ahead. When was the last time you bought fuel?
In fact, I just bought fuel now.
How much did you buy?
Some of them sell, like the one I bought now is selling for 85 naira.
85 naira for fuel?
185 naira.
185, okay.
Yes.
Where did you buy it?
There's one here. All the filling stations have increased their prices. All the filling stations.
What's the name of the filling station you just bought from?
Mobi is selling at 170. I can tell you because I'm doing an e-hailing service, so I bought for it.
Okay, all the time.
The one I just bought now is at this Lekki phase 1, this Quest at phase 1.
Okay.
Admiralty Way.
Okay.
Selling at 185.
Okay.
And so I bought at Mobi 170. All the filling stations are selling above. Even in Ikorodu, some of them are selling 200.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for calling to share that with us. 0700-993-993-993, 01465-7190. Obina is on the line. Obina, when was the last time you bought fuel? Good afternoon.
Just yesterday. Good afternoon, Sandra.
How much did you buy? Where did you buy from?
I bought 220 naira per liter.
220 naira. Where?
At Best Options filling station.
Where?
Along Lasu Road, you're going to bus stop.
Along Lasu Road. You bought 220 naira.
At 220, exactly.
My goodness. Obina, thanks for calling to share that with me. 99.3, hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, Kayode Olusegun is my name.
Kayode, when was the last time you bought fuel?
Yeah, I bought fuel today.
How much?
So the first one in the morning, like around 7 a.m., that was at Mobi on VI.
Okay.
So that one was 165.
Okay.
So this afternoon again, I bought another fuel at this Optima filling station. Optima is before Mowe bus stop on Lagos Ibadan Expressway.
Okay.
So that one is 180 naira because I'm an e-hailing driver.
Okay, 180 naira. Okay.
Yes, 180.
Thank you so much for calling to share with us. Okay, so some are still selling 165. Some are just doing anyhow they like. You could buy 180, 185, 220. Let's talk to Martins. Hi, Martins.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, I just bought fuel in Total petrol station like 1 hour ago. I bought it at the old price of 165 naira per liter.
Okay.
And I put my tank.
Okay. All right. 165. Thanks for calling, Martins. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
It is my name.
Welcome. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from BI.
When was the last time you bought fuel?
I bought fuel this morning at 165.
Okay. Where did you buy it from?
Awolowo Road.
Okay.
The AP filling station over there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
165, huh?
165.
165. Okay. Are you seeing a pattern? Is there a pattern that you're seeing for those of you who have not bought fuel? Are you seeing a pattern? Is there a reason that some people are selling 165 but some others, have already hiked their price? We've got Joseph in Ikoyi. Hi, Joseph.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Thanks, Joseph. Thanks for
I'm
calling.
just coming out from Definite State.
Oh, you just came out from what filling station?
Okay, no, I bought fuel this morning.
Okay.
At a mobile filling station.
Okay.
In Keja, background.
Okay.
180.
180.
170. Yeah, 170 there.
Okay.
Then there's another filling station at Agege I still bought fuel there.
Okay.
That one is 180.
Okay.
There's a certain filling station. This one is at Obakran. That's Obakran. Before, after second gate, Guinness second gate. I've forgotten the name of that filling station.
Okay.
That one, when I got there, when I went there, they told me it's 200.
200.
Yes, I just left. I did not even buy.
Okay.
Just move out.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So what's going on? Why do we have some people selling 165, some people selling 280, 200, some people selling 220, some people selling 175? This is consider this like a quick survey. So we're conducting a survey live on air with hundreds of Lagosians, and they're calling and telling us this is where I bought fuel, this is how much they were selling, this is the name of the filling station, this is where it's located. Because I'm trying to give us an idea of what the factors could be, with why the prices are so different depending on where you find it. Because I was gonna say, okay, maybe the mobiles of the world are selling 165, but we have a gentleman who just called and said, well, he bought a mobile in Ikeja for 180, but the mobile in VI is selling for 165. Mila is in Lekki. Hi, Mila.
Okay, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. When was the last time you bought fuel, Mila?
Okay, I bought this afternoon.
How much did you buy?
Yes, 170 at Enyo police station.
Enyo where?
At Chisco.
Oh,
Chisco
okay. Okay. 170 at Enyo. Thank you very much, Mila, for calling. 99.3, hello.
Hello?
Good to have you on the show. What's your name, ma'am?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
This is Mrs. Grace.
This is Mrs. who?
Grace.
Mrs. Grace, welcome. When was the last time you bought fuel? Yes, I can hear you. When was the last time you bought fuel?
Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Grace. Can you hear me?
210 at 210 here in Badagry.
210 in Badagry?
Yeah.
From a filling station?
Very, very sure.
What was the name of the filling station?
I don't remember, but it's around Badagry area. Once you calm down. Yes.
All right, Mrs. Grace, thanks for calling. Lillian is in Ikorodu. Hi, Lillian.
Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Lillian. Good to have you on the show. When was the last time you bought fuel?
I just bought now. I've been buying.
Okay.
I'm calling from Bayeku, Ikorodu.
Okay.
Bayeku in Ikorodu.
Okay.
The whole of the Bayeku road, they are selling 200 naira.
Wow.
We have about 6 filling stations which I buy randomly depending on where I choose to. It's been 200 for the past 2 weeks. It's been 200.
200 for the past few weeks.
Yes, past 2 weeks.
All right.
All
All right, Lillian. Thank you so much for calling to share with us. If you just tuned in, you're wondering, well, what are we talking about? Lots of filling stations have raised their pump price. We've started seeing stations selling at 170 naira per litre or higher. I told you last week that Ipman and Moman met with the government on Thursday about the pump price. We don't have any official confirmation of what they agreed, but we're suddenly seeing stations selling higher than 165. And so my question was, has the government quietly agreed to a new pump price? If they have agreed, why have Nigerians not been informed? Are we just supposed to say, they don't increase the price, just use your own head and count your teeth with your tongue? Is that what's supposed to happen here? And if they haven't increased the price, if the government has not increased the price, why have station prices gone up? Who's doing something about that? Whose job is it to make sure that they come back down? 99.3, hello. All right, let's keep talking. 99.3, hello. Thanks for calling us. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
My name is Patrick.
Your name is Taproot.
Patrick.
Patrick. Okay. Hi, Patrick.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Welcome.
I bought fuel this morning at Mobile Ahmadu Bello.
Okay. How much?
Yeah,
How much did you buy?
I bought at 170.
170 Mobile Amadoué.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling, Patrick. We
Okay.
appreciate it. All right. Keep those thoughts coming in. Keep the calls coming in. I want to find out how much you're buying fuel for right now in Lagos. Yeah, and if you've left Lagos, maybe you've traveled recently, you've gone to Benin, you've gone to Osun. Speaking of Osun, it was sweet revenge for the PDP's Ademola Adeleke. Remember, 4 years ago, Adegboyega Oyetola beat him to the governorship by less than 500 votes. You remember? Less than 500. But this weekend was their rematch. And in their rematch this weekend, Adeleke trashed the sitting governor by over 25,000 votes. Clearly, a lot has changed in 4 years. But I want you to tell me what you think the factors are that gave Adeleke the win this time. Because if you speak with people in Osun State, Oyetola was good as a governor. He was paying salaries. He wasn't owing pensioners. He was fixing a lot of the mess that he met. So how much of it was down to Oyetola's performance as governor? Those of you who are familiar with Osun State and governance there, call us and talk to us. 0700-993-993-993. How much was it down to Adeleke's grassroots work in the last 4 years? We know that after the last election, he remained on ground and he was building up his support base, right? Is that what gave him the win this time? How much of the win was down to APC's crisis? We know that Ralph Aregbesola opposed the re-election of Governor Oyetola. He had his own primary candidate. And when Oyetola got the flag, Aregbesola called it a sham primary. We also know that he didn't campaign for Oyetola. He didn't even show up to vote. So how much did Oyetola miss his predecessor's structure? And how much of it was down to INEC reforms? Because we saw BVAS being used to accredit voters. We saw electronic transmission of results. Were Osun's elections more free and more fair this time? Is that why the result is so different from the last time? I know I have so many questions, but I like to ask a lot of questions so that you can, pick it up from whatever angle you'd prefer to. How much of the APC's loss in Osun State was down to voters defending their votes? We saw so many reports of voters refusing to let officials rig elections in their area. We saw them forcing INEC agents to transmit results electronically. We saw them stop thugs trying to snatch ballot boxes. We saw them keeping vigil at collation centers. How much did all this vote defense by everyday Nigerians like me and you affect the result? At 5 p.m., we're going to go deeper into the Osun elections on the Big Hard Fact. But for now, Lagos, my question is simple. What do you think happened to change the results so dramatically from 4 years ago? 4 years ago, 500, baby. This time, 25,000. What do you think happened in Osun State? 0700-993-993-993. Men call me on that number. Women call me on 01-465-7190. And yes, you can still talk to me about the price of fuel in your area. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. We're streaming live, so share your thoughts with us on Facebook as well. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. What we're going to do is go to WhatsApp very quickly, take some of the comments we have there because we don't have a lot of time to take calls just yet. But when we finish taking like maybe 2 comments, we'll go on a break, come back and take your calls. What are some of the comments we have?
All right, this one says, Sandra, 85% of filling stations in the whole of Ojo local government area of Lagos sells above pump price. There is one Energium filling station at Ajangbadi, last bus stop, sold it for 180. Another filling station, Abdulaziz Ibukunlu Petroleum, sells 180 as well, and many of them like that. But I want to appeal to federal government, especially President Muhammadu Buhari, not to live in 2023 without at least repairing one refinery among the 3 we have. Alaba Alakwe, aka Ashiwaju Jr. from Sabuji Ebony Baujo.
Alaba, thank you very much for your message. I think it may be a little too late to repair any refineries before the president leaves, though.
Okay. Taiwo from Owo says the Osun State election is simply validates the fact that most Nigerians vote on the basis of candidates' popularity, financial capacity, and charisma. We still slide along strong individuals rather than strong manifestos.
All right.
Taiwo from...
All right, Taiwo.
Emeka says, Auntie Sandra, it will never happen in Nigeria. Nigeria
No,
political.
that's not today. That's from Friday.
Okay.
No. You need to scroll down so you see the most recent message from Emeka. So stay on that. No. Go to the right. Okay. You know what? Just move to the next one. Okay. All right. It would seem to have just gone crazy over there. We'll come back to WhatsApp. Lagos, you're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. This is the big weekend. On the big weekend, we bring you all the stories that break over the weekend. And one of those stories was the Osun State elections. We're going to go deeper into the Osun State elections, like I said, at 5 p.m. But I want to hear your thoughts on what you think happened there. How much of it was down to the beef in the APC? How much of it was down to Oyetola's performance as governor? How much of it was Adeleke's grassroots game? How much of it was INEC reforms? How much of it was voters defending their votes? This is Nigeria Info FM. I'm Sandra. Don't go away.
More conversation. And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those. Those that need to be fired are fired.
It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not a
Chelsea.
0700993993993. Hello, thanks for calling us.
Oh, finally. Hello.
Good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you, Sandra. First time on your show, but I've always been listening.
I'm glad you're here today. Welcome. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Yusuf.
Yusuf, welcome. What do you want to talk about? Fuel or Osun State?
The fuel.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
For the fuel, okay, let me give you a background. Around the Kotun, Sadesh at the Kotun sells for 190. Mobi opposite it sells for 185. All total fuel stations that have been buying, even the one at Mobaladi Bank Company, they sell for 165.
Okay.
The one at Mobaladi Bank Company. Yesterday morning I bought at World Oil 165.
Okay.
I bought at Lekki after I cut it.
Okay.
Meanwhile, YNU sells for 170.
Okay.
Internal sells for 185. Mobi sells for 175.
Okay.
Internal sells for 185.
Okay.
So the price is different. While I was in Sokoto last 2 weeks,
okay,
in Sokoto they sell for 235.
Wow.
Yes. While in Kebbi they sell 215.
Wow.
Rano sells 220. Yes. So now about the Osun, I think what played out in Osun is, I think my opinion about it. I think it's I've heard some people say it's because Abisola did not participate in it, but I think the Adeleke was supported by some powerful people of APC.
Okay.
So unanimously they will want to vote to move for next election.
Okay.
That's my own thinking. So I think it was not a surprise to the real people that are underground. They know what they wanted and know how to go about it.
Okay.
And the Utah actually didn't do too well.
Oh.
My suggestion. So I'm very glad. I'm glad to be on that person's program. This is my first time on your program.
I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for calling today.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. And thank you for giving us such a detailed breakdown of prices. That guy is probably a researcher or something to be able to hold on to, the prices he paid at different filling stations, in different cities. That's the kind of guy you want to sit beside, or you want him in your group during like group exam or group test or whatever. He's the guy you sent forward to go and defend the group project. 99.3, hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
My name is Victor.
Victor, welcome.
Yes, I would like to speak about the election in Osun.
In Osun. Okay, go ahead.
Sandra, I think what happened was the will of the people.
Okay.
The people they were tired of Oyetola's government and the APC propaganda.
Okay.
So they needed a friend. Coupled with Davido, Davido have a lot of fans.
Okay.
So the man himself is a clear-minded man. So he has so many friends and so many admirers.
Okay.
I think that was what played out. And this type of thing, it will be a surprise for 2023 election.
Okay.
People should not underestimate some people.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, Victor. 99.3. Hello. 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 All right. You're not there. Give us a call back if you can. 99.3. Hello. 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 Can you hear me? Doesn't look like you can. 99.3. Hello.
Hey, Sandra, I greet you.
I greet you too, sir. What's your name?
My name is Kelvin.
Welcome, Kevin.
Yes, talking about the fuel. The last time I bought was 165.
Okay.
The MRS at Alaka there.
Okay.
That's what I'll be selling.
When was that? When do you remember the last time you bought?
A few days ago.
Okay.
A few days ago.
Okay. All right.
People that buy there, the price has not changed.
Okay.
Talking about Osun, for me, the biggest win is the new electoral act that has been signed into law.
Okay.
If there's anything I can give to this outgoing government, both at the National Assembly and the executive, is kudos to President Buhari for signing that into law. If that is the only thing he can do, at least I give him booster for that one.
Okay.
At least those that are rigging is going to become a routine of the past in our election.
Right.
And a lot of maladies that we have been seeing since 1999 will be a thing of the past. So the electoral act is a fantastic thing that has happened to democracy. So the winner in Osun's election is the electoral act. That is the real winner, the real victory in democracy. Not this one that the politicians used to tell us. That is the real victory for us as a person in democracy. So kudos to the president and this outgoing National Assembly for making sure it came into law.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kevin. That answers the question a lot of people are always asking me on air. Oh, Sandra, the question is, will our votes count? Will our votes count? Well, with the new electoral act, it's going to be really hard for your vote to not count. Really, really hard. Like I said, we're going to get into the details of what transpired in Osun State by 5 p.m. But we got reports of different kinds of things that a few people who allegedly worked, at the polls tried to do to manipulate the elections. So you have some of them try and switch off the data, allegedly try and switch off the data for the machines that they were working with so that they couldn't transfer results electronically. It was the people who by force stood there and said, show me the bar, or you're present. So the people had to do a lot of work to defend their votes, but looks like the tools have been provided to make it work. You now have to be extra vigilant and go there in your numbers, because it's harder to rig when there are plenty of people. If it's just 5 people at the polling unit, then rigging is possible. But if there's like thousands of you there, fear go catch the person we won't run out. You understand? So when people ask me, oh, Sandra, will votes count? I think they will, because of this electoral act. I think they will. Now let me tell you something that happened in Zamfara State. I don't know if you've heard, but this wanted terrorist, got a chieftaincy title in Zamfara. Last week, we got reports that the emirate of Birnin-Yandoto in Safi local government area was going to give a title to one Adamu Aliero. Aliero is allegedly the leader of a terrorist gang that has been terrorizing Zamfara. The reports said that the elders in the area wanted to give him a title as a way to tie him down so that he would accept a peace accord. The Emirates official statement says, quote, the conferment of the title of Sarkin Fulani on Adamu Aliero will give him more power to control the entire Fulani people within the Emirate. It will also enable him to checkmate the activities of the recalcitrant bandits and take action against them, end quote. Apparently, Aliero did accept that deal, and on Saturday, he was turbaned as Sarkin Fulani of Birnin-Yandoto Emirate. But now, the state government is stepping in. They've suspended the emir who gave this gentleman the title, and they've set up a panel to investigate the matter. I have lots of questions. I have so many questions. I'm sure you have so many questions as well. But listen to my own first. How did the situation get this far before the government intervened? Like I said, we saw reports last week that the turbaning would happen on Saturday. So why didn't the government warn the Emirates, make the do triumph? Now let's talk about the Emirate itself. Are we saying that the terror situation is now so bad that the only way to keep peace is to give titles to the terrorists? Are we saying that the communities there could no longer count on the police or the army to protect them from the terrorists? So instead, they've invited the terrorists to rule them. This is the kind of thing that you read about in history books. Like with the Vikings, for example. I don't know how many of you are watching the TV show, The Vikings, but you know that some of what happened in The Vikings, the TV show, is based on history. It's actually historically accurate. So back in the 1800s and 900s, the Vikings were terrorizing England and France. So the King of France invited one Viking, Rollo, to rule part of France as a duke, in exchange for protecting France from other Vikings. Is that where we are now in the Northwest? I know we're here in faraway Lagos, but how na see this matter, Lagos? 0700-993-993-993. That's for men. Women, call us on 01465-7190. And yes, please talk to me about what you think happened in Osun this week, in Osun State this weekend, and how much are you buying fuel where you are? Where are you buying it from? How much are they selling? 99.3. Hello. Thanks for calling us.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, ma'am?
Happiness from Ikorodu.
Welcome, Happiness.
Sandra, this is really shameful, though.
Which one?
The one you just said, talk about chieftaincy title to a
terrorist,
right? It is shameful, though.
Okay.
It is shameful.
Okay.
Is this a country?
Okay.
Sandra.
Okay.
This is shameful. Have a lovely day.
All right, shameful. Happiness says. Happiness, thank you very much for calling. We've got Young on the line. Hi, Young. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm very well. Thanks for calling. Which one of the stories do you want to talk about?
I think that should be the last story, the Zamfara story of all.
All right, go ahead. Tell me what you think.
The same question you asked was the same question that was going on in my mind since yesterday when I saw that thing on TV screen.
Okay.
I was asking myself, does it mean that the government is involved in the killing of the innocent people in Nigeria? Could it be that the government doesn't know what to do to prevent or to protect life and property of Nigerians? Does it mean that we don't have security apparatus again in Nigeria? What is the government of Nigeria trying to prove to Nigerians by allowing a notorious, according to the news, a notorious terrorist leader to be turbined in Nigeria. Which other part of the world can such a thing be heard? Which other part of the world can, arrest terrorists in the name of pardoning them? You give them Nigerian military uniform. You recruit them you recruit them into the security apparatus of Nigeria.
Well, we don't have confirmation of that last part, but the rest of your questions may stand. Let me come to social media, where Lowa Digun says, what happened in Osun State that brought in the new government was that, number one, many died between 2018 and Saturday. Number two, new sets of voters came in. Number three, APC in-house fighting. Number four, both parties vote buying. People saw that I started reading Facebook messages. Everybody now ran to Facebook to leave me messages. Now I'm not seeing the message I was reading anymore. Okay, where is it? Oh, there it is. Lowa Digun says, number five, people defended their votes. Number six, Adeleke influence, especially in a day that had high voting number. All right, thank you so much, Lowa Digun, for your message. But the reason that politicians are budgeting insane amounts of money to help to buy your vote is because rigging is much harder now than it used to be, and it's been made even more difficult with the Electoral Act. So in a lot of ways, who becomes your next governor, your next House of Assembly member, your next House of Reps speaker, your next senator, your next president, in more ways than one, is in your thumb. Now you get that power. Because again, they will not be killing themselves to buy your vote if they could simply rig it. Like, if you could simply carry something from a shop, would you bother paying for it? No, you wouldn't. You just pick it and go. But because it's been made much more difficult for them to do, now they need to pay you. So I hope that we're using all of these elections happening in multiple parts of the country before the main one in 2023 to figure out that you actually hold the power. We've got Adebayo on Facebook who says, fuel is 180 per litre in Ketu. And for Osun election, this is a warm-up for 2023. It shows that our vote will surely count. Prince Okuludo says, we're begging federal government to look into our crying. We don't have anywhere to go. Life is becoming unbearable due to policies in place by the government. Have they forgotten they promised us while campaigning? The exorbitant price of fuel in Nigeria is alarming. All right, thank you very much for your message. We've got this one here from Nelson, who says, Nelson gave me a breakdown. Nelson says, Enyo Oil at Chisco, 170. Northwest VGC, 170. Northwest Ilajiaja, 170. Nelson from Aja with that message there. Nelson, thank you so much for looking out. Ngozi says, all Total filling stations sell at 165 Naira. I usually buy at Awolowo and Total at Oshodi. All right. Thank you so much, Ngozi. 99.3, hello.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
My name is Robert.
Hi, Robert. Welcome. Go ahead.
You see, this issue of terrorism, it will be difficult to end it because the governors, not only governors, prominent men in Nigeria, especially from the north, they know these people. It's just a pity that our military men, they fight them every day. I don't want to say fighting futility, but I just pray that one day we will overhaul them. I can bandits come and they are giving titles. Where is the intelligence report? And before something happens, they must have gotten information that something will happen. And they will surround them and capture them. But this case now, in fact, I don't know what to say. I just pray one day, by the grace of God, these people will be brought down. That's my prayer. Thank you.
Robert, thank you so much for calling. 99.3, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for calling.
How are you?
I'm very well. What's your name, sir?
My name is Prince Warriors, calling you from Amuwadafin.
Prince YS, you're from Osun State, ba?
Yes, you are right.
What happened in your state, sir?
Osun has won. Osun won. It's Osun that won the election.
Osun won?
Yes.
Okay.
Number one, the election, there's no violence at all. No fly was killed on the election. Those contestants, both of them are from Osun in Osun State. They are indigenous of Osun State. So the better candidate has won the election.
Okay.
And that's the person. No, as it is now, that electoral law, it worked perfectly.
Okay.
And I must say kudos to INEC, kudos to the National Assembly that allowed the law, kudos to Mr. President that signed into the law to become a law. And in this country today, where if a political party serves 12 years, if another party take over, it's a plot to that state. Because he must make sure he do better than the one person in office. So for me, as individual of Osun State, I'm just an ordinary voter. I'm not somebody. I'm not a politician that I'm supporting one party. No. I want a party that give me good governance in my state.
But some people in your state said Oyetola was a good governor. That he provided
my
good governance.
I was at Osun last week. Proud.
Okay.
Oyetola is performing well.
Okay.
He paid the salary of worker. The one that you remain is those old debit owed by Aregbesola.
Okay.
So he never settled all of them. But presently, their salary is being paid. Allowance is being paid. The pensioner, they are being paid. So for me, Oyetola tried. If we leave the office tomorrow, we will give kudos to him. But the present one, he promised us that he will do better, and we expect him to do better than this.
Okay.
So kudos to my president, the new elect governor. I wish him fruitful tenure.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, Prince Wires. Kenny's in Festac. Hi, Kenny.
Yeah. Hello, Sandy.
Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Please, I want to ask my own question since you've asked your own question. Yeah. So my own question now is this. Yeah, since most Northerners, they are not saying anything about this chieftaincy title and this banditry and this one of these terrorists. We will not say that the Southerners will vote for Northerners. Since Kwak also said that the IPOB issue will not make Northerners to vote anybody from the Southeast. Since the terrorists, they are not collecting chieftaincy title now in the North. So will the South vote for a Northern president? Thank you.
All right, Kenny, thank you very much. Well, the thing about what Kwankwaso said is that when he said it, everybody said he was wrong to say it. So if the Southerners now say it, they are now wrong, like Kwankwaso. All right, let me bring you our final story. We just heard that Oyo State House of Assembly has impeached the Deputy Governor, Rauf Olanio. Olanio was Governor Seyi Makinde's running mate in 2019. But since then, they've fallen out. Recently, Olanio defected to the APC. After he defected, he was accused of gross misconduct. Now, I want to make three things clear. First of all, the impeachment process seems to have been followed to the letter. The chief judge of the state was asked to set up a panel. The 7-person panel investigated Olanio, sent their report to the House of Assembly. The report said that he was guilty. The House of Assembly then took a vote to impeach him based on that report. That is the process that is described in the Constitution, and it appears to have been followed. So that's my first point. My second point is these accusations did not come up until Olanio decided to leave the PDP. And it raises a very simple question. Would the PDP-controlled House of Assembly have moved to impeach him if he had not defected? My third point is just a reminder. Deputies are allowed to defect. Remember that when Atiku Abubakar was vice president, he left the PDP for AC. The party tried to remove him as VP, but the Supreme Court ruled that he was elected in his person, not as a party member, and so he cannot be removed for defection. I'm only bringing that up because I know that some people are saying to themselves, a deputy governor who switches party deserves to be impeached. No, they don't. It's clear that they have the right to make that choice. Now, in the case of Oyo, the House of Assembly are saying that they did not impeach him for defect, They impeached him for misconduct. And that's why my second point, would the PDP-controlled House of Assembly have moved to impeach him if he hadn't defected? 0700-993-993 01465-7190. Hello, thank you very much for calling us. What's your name? Hello. All right, doesn't look like there's anyone there. Good afternoon to you. What's your name, sir? Hello, good afternoon.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you? What's your name, sir?
Can I be an anonymous?
Okay, that's fantastic. Welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, my question is this. In case of Zamfara, where a bandit was crowned as a bandit, as
a Sariki.
Sariki. Is it not the same thing that happened in case of Gani Adam that was crowned as an area on a Kakamfo of Yoruba land? Knowing Gani farming, a lot of havoc he caused in the Mile 12 market and several other places. He killed so many people before that crown. Why is it not? People did not say anything at that time. Is it not the same thing?
Is it?
Yes.
You think it's the same thing?
Gani Adam killed so many people before he was crowned as the area on the Kakamfo of Yoruba land. Why was he allowed then?
Okay, so you're saying that are you saying it's wrong for Gani to have been crowned or not?
It's wrong. Likewise, the one of Zamfara.
Oh, I see. Okay, you're just saying that people should talk about Gani too.
Exactly.
All right, thank you very much for calling, Anonymous. We've got Alhaji Mustafa on the line. Hi, Alhaji Mustafa. Welcome.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, welcome. You're live on the show. Go ahead.
President Sandra.
Welcome.
Can I talk on Osun State election?
Yes, please, go ahead. What do you think happened there?
What happened there is that APC work against APC. You can see clearly that Aregbesola fell out with the present governor. So that is what actually happened there.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling to share your thoughts. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
How are you? What's your name?
My name is Mirabel from Osun.
Mirabel, welcome. Go ahead.
I can talk about the Zamfara and the terrorists in Zamfara.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm not surprised with Sandra.
Okay.
Because if you remember 2015, and PDP and other oppositional parties, they came out and told us that when Buhari was 29 years, he was a religious extremist. That he was there was the time that he was accused of killing Christians in the north. This is our president of today. That's how they do it. So I'm not even surprised. It's just president, and he was alleged he was accused of being a religious extremist.
Okay, so I don't remember that accusation. I don't know if that's factual. I don't know if you're talking about the president or you're talking about Issa Pantami. But because I don't know one way or the other, I'm just going to move along. We've got Prince Ego on Twitter who says the impeached former deputy governor allowed Tinubu and Oyo State APC to deceive him and play anti-party politics and try to sabotage Governor Sheyi Makinde. But the impeached former deputy governor, Tinubu said, he labored in vain. Okay. All right, but again, back to my question: if he was still PDP, if he was still in the PDP while allegedly making moves with APC people, would he have been impeached? We've got messages on WhatsApp. Let's take a look at those messages. Yes.
Okay, this one says the disagreement between Aregbesola and the governor was a big factor in the election, and the main reason why the deputy governor of Oyo State was impeached was because he defected to the main opposition party. Wale from Bariga says good afternoon.
All right, Wale, thank you so much for your message. We'll take a break. When we come back from this break, we'll take a look at all the other messages that you're sending to us on social media only. Now, remember, at 4 o'clock, I'll have a lawyer join us. That lawyer and I will talk about your rights as a landlord when it comes to renting to fraudsters. When is a landlord liable for a criminal tenant?
You don't start this your waka waka, abi?
And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those that need to be fired are fired.
It's looking like the brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not a
10 states selected across 6 in the country. How has the ACT program helped strengthen the systems of civil society organizations, networks, and coalitions? How has it helped provide a platform for multi-stakeholder dialogue for an improved and effective regulatory environment for the operation of CSOs in Nigeria? What impact are these CSOs making across the country? Join us on 99.3 Nigeria Info every Tuesday from 6:30 a.m. as we discuss these and more. This program is brought to you by the ACT program in collaboration with Nigeria Info.
We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We are back. We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Let's take a look at messages all over social media. David says the real deal breaker was because Buhari finally signed the new Electoral Act, which he should have signed since. So now results are transmitted from the polling unit direct to INEC server. So no more collation center where rigging takes place. So people will vote in candidates and not political parties, which is good. We've got a message here. Sandra, indeed, your show is very hard fact. I saw this headline on the papers and I refused to read it because I felt it's unimaginable. Did they say he's a bandit, the same type that have been kidnapping, killing people? So they knew where he was and where the ceremony held. These guys should just come out straight and tell us what's going on and let people stop dying. How many military men and civilians have died in this war? Thank you very much for your message. We've got Joe from Ketu who says, the people's will prevailed. The suffering is too much. It is not because of Oyetola's APC. It's not because of Oyetola. APC should sit well in 2023. I was expecting 0 vote for APC owing to the problems on ground. All right, Joe. We've got a message here that says Osun election has shown that Nigerians are tired of suffering, injustice, and denial of rights. They're ready to participate actively to effect a positive change. Funny enough, voter turnout was low. Now, voter turnout in 2022 was higher than in 2014, for instance, but it was still low considering how many people had voter cards in Osun State. We've got a message here from SND2 who says, Sandra, Prince YS should check his facts very well. Which flies were not hurt when someone was struck with a machete? Okay. All right, that's a sad one. Desmond from Lagos says NNPC at Egeda Road sells for 165. Mobile close to roundabout sells 165, but the rest of the filling stations around Shasha are selling for 190 per liter. All right. We've got a message here from Big Dan in Igondo who says, it's good to hear that Adeleke won because he lost last time. APC is not trying at all. They've destroyed the democratic system of Nigeria. I'm happy that PDP won. That's Big Dan from Igondo. But APC is the one that signed the Electoral Act into law. You know, APC controlled Senate, APC controlled House of Reps, APC president, all made sure that the elections are freer and fairer as a result of the new Electoral Act. So can you really say APC destroyed democracy or the democratic system of Nigeria? Anyway, let's take a break. When we come back from this break, we'll bring you Madam Landlord. On Madam Landlord, should a landlord go to jail because they rented their house unknowingly to a fraudster?
And now the business.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.